What if one of the world's first and greatest ancient civilizations didn't collapse from war or invasion, but simply dried up? For centuries, the end of the Indus Valley Civilization has been one of history's most tantalizing mysteries. Today, thanks to groundbreaking science, the veil is finally lifting. We're going to uncover why the magnificent cities of Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were abandoned, and how climate change thousands of years ago offers a chilling lesson for us today. The story begins over 5,000 years ago, around 3300 BCE, in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. Here, a civilization emerged that was, in many ways, far ahead of its time. By 2600 BCE, their mature phase was in full swing. They built some of the world's first planned cities. Imagine walking through the streets of Mohenjo-Daro. Perfectly straight avenues laid out in a grid, houses made from uniform, baked bricks, and an incredibly sophisticated drainage and sewer system that would not be seen again for thousands of years. They had great public baths, massive granaries, and a standardized system of weights and measures that stretched across a territory larger than ancient Egypt or Mesopotamia. Their artisans created beautiful pottery, intricate seals with a script we still can't decipher, and jewelry from distant lands. This was a society of incredible organization, prosperity, and extensive trade networks connecting them to the Persian Gulf and beyond. They were, without a doubt, a superpower of the Bronze Age. And then, around 1900 BCE, it all began to unravel. Not in a sudden, fiery cataclysm, but in a slow, creeping decline. The great cities started to show signs of decay. Infrastructure was no longer meticulously maintained. The once bustling streets grew quieter as people began to leave, trading the urban centers for smaller, more rural villages. By 1300 BCE, the classic Harappan cities were little more than ghost towns, their grand structures slowly being reclaimed by the earth. So what happened? For decades, the popular theories were dramatic. One idea was a massive invasion by so-called Aryan tribes. Another was a single catastrophic flood that wiped everything out. But modern archaeology has found little to no evidence for either of these scenarios. Excavations reveal no layers of ash and destruction from widespread warfare, no signs of a sudden cultural takeover. The transformation was gradual. The real culprit, as a flood of new research published between 2020 and 2025 has revealed, was something far more insidious: climate change. By studying ancient lake beds, analyzing cave formations, and examining river sediments, scientists have pieced together a detailed climate history of the region. And the data is clear. Starting around 2100 BCE, the Indian summer monsoon, the lifeblood of the entire subcontinent, began to weaken and shift. For centuries, rainfall became less reliable and significantly reduced. The consequences were devastating. The Ghaggar-Hakra River, once a mighty waterway that likely supported many Harappan settlements, began to dry up, eventually disappearing completely. Without predictable rains and reliable rivers, their advanced agricultural system, which fed tens of thousands of people in the cities, began to fail. Crop yields would have plummeted, leading to widespread food shortages. Isotopic analysis of human teeth and bones from this late period confirms this story. It shows a distinct shift in people's diets, indicating they were forced to adapt to a drier, less productive environment, likely eating more drought-resistant but less nutritious crops. The economic engine of the civilization sputtered. With agricultural surpluses gone, the long-distance trade that brought such wealth to the cities collapsed. The intricate social fabric that held these complex urban centers together began to fray. So this wasn't a sudden collapse, but a transformation. The people didn't just vanish, they adapted. They deurbanized, moving eastward toward the Ganges and Yamuna river plains, where rainfall was more stable. They reorganized into smaller, self-sufficient communities. The Indus Valley Civilization didn't die in a blaze of glory. It slowly decentralized and evolved in response to an environmental crisis it could not control. It is a powerful reminder that even the most advanced societies are ultimately at the mercy of the climate that sustains them. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join Veiled Chronicles as we continue to explore the ancient world's greatest enigmas.